in the context of dance, as I mentioned to you, we're doing this special on choreography. It was interesting talking to Vince Patterson and him working with you. I wondered, I've heard his side of it, but what constitutes a good choreographer from your point of view? Somebody that it really works harmoniously with.
I think the most important thing is just having a unified vision of what it is that you want to accomplish, you know, and stylistically, I mean, there's so many. For me, it's what makes anybody good to work with, whether that's a songwriter or a movie director. I mean, you kind of have to dig the same things. You know, if he was really into a style of dancing that I didn't like, we probably wouldn't have gotten along so well. But Vince kind of runs the gamut. I mean, he really likes classical ballet. He likes street dancing. He loves a kind of really stylized dancing that you'd see in like West Side Story, for instance. You know what I mean? And down to very free, open, interpretive dancing. And I think a good choreographer lets the person who's, you know, going to be performing dictate the movement instead of like saying, here, do all these steps. It's kind of, it's more organic. It's like, what do you, when we first started working together, we would just turn music on and just dance in the room freestyle and like figure out what it is, you know, this person feels comfortable doing, what looks natural. So it's good to start off that way, and I think that's why we hit it off and worked so well for that particular tour. But I mean, he's done other things too. So,
do you dance there just for the enjoyment of dancing, or is it always performance based?
Oh no, I love to go out dancing. So yeah.
Fame get in the way of that?
Does fame get in the way of what?
Being able to go out and just go dancing?
No, I go out dancing a lot. I mean, if anything gets in the way of it, it's the lack of a good club or a good DJ more than anything else. There's always places to go.
I was surprised when I heard that you thought Vogue was a B-side when you first did it, and who knows?
Did I say that?
Well,
who knows? I don't know what I've said anymore.
You read the stuff. Perhaps record executives were taking credit where credit was not due. But
yeah.
Were you surprised at the reaction to that?
I was surprised it did so well. Yeah, it was definitely kind of an like off the cuff kind of a song, you know. But in the end, for me, those are always the things that have done so well in my career. The things that I didn't put too much emphasis on. The things that I didn't try so hard over.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I mean, Get Into the Groove. I wrote it in 5 minutes in someone's basement. You know what I mean? I just never thought, you know. So
it was surprising to us too, because Dave and I were shooting the David Bowie Sound and Vision tour. We were in Barcelona, and nobody spoke English, but they were all singing Vogue. We have
really
incredible footage of kids voguing.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. In terms of the music on Erotica, I love the disclaimer that says that sound, the scratchy sound, is intentional. Did Shep Pettibone think people were going to say, what's wrong with this record? There's all this noise on the top of Erotica.
No.
Oh.
He never thought that.
Oh, I wondered why it was there.
Because that, I was just sitting there listening to the song one day. Actually, I have to give credit where credit's due. This guy, this 19-year-old wonder kid that works for my record company named Guy Osiri, said, oh, it'd really be cool if the beginning of the song sounded like an old scratchy 78 record. And I said, oh, that's a good idea, I'll try that. And I did, and I liked it. So did everybody else. So
it's there.
That's what happened.
I want to talk about the book just briefly, because I understand that everyone wants to talk about the book a lot. You expected that, though, didn't you?
I expect anything at this point. You want to talk about the color of my underwear? We'll talk about the color of my underwear, whatever.
You know what? I don't care. But I do care about this one thing because it's interesting to me. There were a lot of things that were interesting to me in the book, but one of them was the quotation where you said that you think you have a dick in your brain, you don't need one between your legs.
Right.
So what does that mean to you, so that I can understand what that's all about?
Well, you know, it's basically, it's refuting the idea that, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, you just, you know, you have penis envy or whatever, you just wish you had a dick. And my answer is, I do. It's in my brain, because if a dick stands for masculinity and being aggressive and having balls or whatever, then it's all a state of mind anyways. You don't need the physical apparatus. That's what it means.
It's a concept of masculinity, about that aggression side. Anyway, it brings me to a question that I was interviewing Annie Lennox. It's interesting to me how many times people use you and what's happening with your career and your life as a counterpoint or a reference point. Comes up a lot.
Right.
Annie said, would you like to know what she said?
Yeah.
Okay. She said that she'd read this quote, and I think it was in Vanity Fair, when you said that every human's quest is for power. And she said that she really wanted to talk to you about that. Maybe you'll talk sometime about this particular thing.
Yeah, I've never met her.
She's a neat lady. But she said that she wanted to talk to you about that because she said, what kind of power? Is it a chauvinistic power or a macho power? What is the quality of power?
It's any, I mean, I think there are unhealthy quests for power and healthy quests for power. When I say power, I mean empowering yourself. I mean, you know, finding your place in life and finding out what, you know, having distinction in the world. Because I believe that a person without distinction is a person without power. It really means finding your voice. Everybody's on this earth for a reason, and it really is to find out what that reason is, because once you find that out, you have power, whether it's within yourself and in your soul or over thousands of people. It's, you know, it could be small or large. It could be healthy or unhealthy. There are certainly lots of situations where people abuse their power. So, but I think basically that is a fairly common trait in all people.
Can that reason change? Does it change?
Oh yeah.
Has
As
it
people
changed?
change in their life. I mean, some people start off wanting to be, you know, rich and famous and this and that, and then they go through life and they have other values and they change and they, you know, other things become important to them. I mean, yeah, that can change.
I believe that you've read a lot about mythology. You've studied Joseph Campbell and some of mythological lore.
Right.
If you were to relate yourself to any mythological character, what ones speak to you?
I forget her name. She was a siren, and she was a goddess, and she lured all these men. She lured all of these sailors into her. She sang and she lured them into her.
Oh, in the Iliad.
What is her name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She lured them into her home, basically, and they all thought they were going to be there for a good time and everything, and she turned them into pigs. I like that story.
Do we want to talk about that? Have you lured anyone
never assume anything. That's the moral to that story.
Have you ever lured anyone into your home and effectively turned them into a pig?
No, I've lured people into my home and let themselves turn themselves into pigs. So, once a pig, always a pig.
Fame through association, that's something that happens to anybody who's linked to you at this point in your life. I mean, whether it be Sandra or Sean or Warren or whoever else gets linked to Madonna.
Well, they were all famous before they met me, though.
I know, but it changes. It changes in terms of the sheer volumes that are written about them.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a pump up the volume kind of association that happens. And it's like the icon light, then there's this fall off light that illuminates them. What does that do to you, knowing that?
Doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't change me in any way. It just changes them.
Does it affect your trust level at all? About people's motivation about coming into that circle?
No.
No?
I mean, for instance, all these people were already, you know, had their own images in the world, and had their own distinction, and they're artists, talented, creative people. I don't feel like they needed me to do what they want to do. I mean, Sean was already a talented actor before he met me. Warren, a talented producer, actor, director before he met me, and Sanders a very brilliant comedian. So what did they need me for? I mean, they're still what they are before they met me, only people write about them more. So, I mean, maybe I would feel more mistrustful towards somebody who wasn't, didn't have their own life going for them, you know what I mean? And then I would think that, like, what do they have to gain from it, from their association with me?
Does that mean that does that limit your relationship in the sense that you would, I'm going to clarify my question around it, have more of a trust with somebody who has achieved all of that and already understands what it is and what it isn't?
Does it limit it? Well, I'd like to think of myself as a fairly good judge of people, so maybe I'm a little bit more suspicious of people that aren't, already in the business, that don't, have it going on. Mm. Sure. Mm-hmm. It doesn't eliminate it, it just, maybe it takes longer to gain my trust.
Shep Pettibone, you've been working with for a long time, mm-hmm. and you continue to work well with him, mm-hmm. for sure. I mean, a lot of stuff co-written. Is there a place, this is just a tail to that question, is there a place where you just want to only work with the people that you have established relationship with now because you don't have to relearn the ropes? You can get to a higher place?
I don't think it's not about, well, I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with the previous question. It's not like I don't want to work with somebody new because I have to get to learn to trust them all over again because I don't know what they're going to want from me. But I do like to find a group of people to work with, whether that's a photographer like Stephen Meisel or Shep that I write with, or even the people that do my hair and makeup. I mean, you get a relationship going with these people, and if it works, it works, and so you just want to keep going. I mean, that's why. That's why people work together all the time. I mean, everybody has their muse or their inspiration or their collaborators, and you get, it's almost like the more you work with somebody, the more you can finish each other's sentences, and mm-hmm. it's actually less work because you're kind of like in tandem with each other, and you spend less time questioning people's motivations and stuff, and you just do the work.
Do it.
Yeah.
Somebody who's been grabbing a lot of headlines lately, I'd be interested to know, because she uses you as a reference point a lot, is Camille Paglia. Mm-hmm. What do you think of some of what she said in relation to you?
What do I think of some of what she said?
Have you heard of any of the things that she said?
Yeah. Well, I'm flattered that she thinks of me as a feminist role model, and there are a lot of things that I agree with on her politics and stuff, and that, being a sexual being does not cancel out being, a feminist. And I agree with that. On the other hand, I think that sometimes she takes it all too seriously, and I'm amused by some of the things that she says. So, but I'm really glad that she's a fan of mine, and I think she's an important person in culture.
Dita, the character of Dita.
Yeah.
I remember you told Carrie Fisher in the Rolling Stone interview that was from Dita Parlow, mm-hmm. 30s film actress, mm-hmm. that you used that as a pseudonym when you were in hotels. And
did I tell that to? I told that to Carrie Fisher. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I didn't know that Dita had been incarnated yet, or reincarnated. Yeah, she was a silent film star. Yeah. It's
a character that stuck with you. Mm-hmm. I mean, through this mm-hmm. most recent incarnation. And
yes.
Some of what Dita says, like there's a certain satisfaction and a little bit of pain. Mm-hmm. Your eyes twinkle. I just want to know what's behind that.
Join the club.
What is that club, Madonna?
The club that wants to know what's going on behind my eyes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. What is the question you're asking me?
What Dita says is there's a certain satisfaction between there's a certain satisfaction in a little bit of pain, mm-hmm. and obviously all the S&M references that are in the book. Mm-hmm. The thing that I found is that the thing that I found was, that's Dave over there, had to do with a question I want to ask you. In the construction of this book, did you enjoy it?
Oh yes, very much.
The parts with Big Daddy Kane and Isabella Rossellini and Naomi Campbell, I don't know, to me, it looked a little bit staged. I'd like to know you were having fun if you were having fun.
Oh, I was having a ball. Yep.
One more question.
Wait, I love that one more question. In this situation now where you have people looking at this new amount of work and what it's saying, is it self-explanatory, or is there something that you're revealing about you now?
I think more than anything, what my book and my record have revealed is not necessarily about me, but about the human race and the reaction to it. I think that's really what's been revealed. I've thrown ideas out into the air, and then everybody's sort of responded to them. So that's what's. I mean, there's fact and fiction in all of my work. I'm a storyteller, and I draw a lot of ideas and stuff from things that have happened to me, but a lot of it comes from my imagination and things that have happened to other people. So I kind of mushed them all together, and I don't think it's relevant or important what's real about it or wasn't real about it, and whether I'm revealing some true part of myself. But the essence of it is that it is about life, and it is, fantasy, and it is real, and that is life. I mean, it's important to have a fantasy life, and it's important to be honest in life, and really the message of everything is that this is life, so deal with it, and don't pretend that everyone thinks one way and everyone behaves one way, and that's it, really.
And that's it, really.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure.